Hey, 30 Days of Sketches 2, January 3rd. So again, we are still working with beautiful Laura Whitaker sketches. This is the one we're doing. It's a 2-photo sketch, and I am going to use 2 photos here. And these 2 photos were taken when I was in Vancouver for the holiday party, and Sean and I got to stay at the Marriott. It was a lot of fun. And I just wanted to document how it was just such a lovely morning and kind of peaceful because we were by ourselves. My mom was watching Nora and all of that. And I love these photos. So I'm going to follow this sketch pretty closely because I love it so much. And I am using this piece of pattern paper. What you see there is from Sweater Weather. And I love this piece of pattern paper. Like, it's just so pretty, and you all know I have an issue with red, but for some reason with this and Christmas and stuff like that, I was like, nope, I can use this. I love this. And I was going to hoard it, and I didn't. So yay me for not hoarding because I really wanted to. I have to apologize because I was filming this and it was sunny out. So I don't apologize because it was sunny, but there is some distractive light that comes in through this video, so I kind of didn't really realize how bad it was until afterwards. But there shouldn't be too many videos that do this, but I was filming right in the middle of the day, and like right around 11 o'clock in the morning, it just kind of shines right through and onto my desk. So that tends to be when I scrap, and I just have to work around that. So my other plan here is, because I cannot just do a layout with just red, we all know that I don't do my best with red. I had to add in some teal, right? So I had this scrap of really pretty teal, and I'm pretty sure it's from Fancy Pants Christmas line from last year. The back of it is these really pretty Christmas trees. But I just used a little tiny bit of it for my upper corner there. Again, the red down at the bottom. And then this piece I think is an L Studio, so I'm throwing in like a gazillion different lines for this layout, but I love the way it turns out. And I love the colors of that. It brings in some red and pink, which helps because, again, because I don't like red, and focusing in on it, I could focus in more on the pink, and it would make sense because there's pink on that main frame paper there. So you're going to see me kind of go throughout, kind of figure a few things out. And while I'm going through all that, let me just mention my first 2 layouts that you've seen and the photos. You might have noticed that it said that Heather was going to join us every single day too. When I first started this back in, I think, September, October, I kind of mentioned it. She was planning on doing all 30 days with us, and then something busy, her life is crazy busy, came up, and so she's still guest starring in a few days. She's just not going to be in every day. But I kind of randomly did my sketches throughout last year before it got crazy into this year and doing all 30 days. And I didn't know that at the time. So there is going to be a few videos and a few screenshots at the very beginning that says including Heather joining us every day. So forgive me for that. I didn't know, but I just wanted to clarify that. But she will be joining us. So I will always let you know when she's doing that. I do not believe today is one of those days. But if it is, it will always be in the description. I will always have whoever's joining me that day in my description box. So Lisa's take will always be there, and then anyone else. So Sarah is joining us every Monday. Daisy is joining us every Thursday. Christina is joining us every Friday, and then Heather is joining us just kind of randomly throughout the month. It's so exciting and perfect, and I love it. So I'm just so thankful for these wonderful scrappy friends of mine that were willing to even take this on. Like, it's amazing. I love this community. All right, enough with that. So you can kind of see my idea here, right? I made a little tiny border because I wanted I'm really into borders right now, and I wanted a little white space in between. So I made a tiny white frame border around the whole thing, and then I did a little bit of mixed media. It's nothing crazy, just enough so that when I layer the papers, there's just something there besides white cardstock, because I use so much white cardstock, and I just needed something a little bit extra. And then I took my hand instead of using my sewing machine, I did some hand stitching. So the top has black and the bottom has the teal. And it didn't take me very long because it was just a straight line. And most of it actually gets covered up at the bottom. But I know it's there, so it's all good. And then at the bottom of the red, from that paper strip from Sweller Weather, I really love that little black pop, and because I use black stitching, I thought that would look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and add that as kind of a base border down at the bottom there. I do add 2 little tags. I'm bringing in that pinky red combo color along with another pop of teal so that that's mixed in really well. And then I fussy cut out some of the Christmas trees, which is the B side of that teal paper. And then I'm going to play around with my embellishing and all the fun things I want to do with there. So my original thought here was I had used some punches to create that kind of thing right there. That's not going to stay there. I really like the idea of it, but it doesn't work for me. But that paper clip, that awesome red paper clip, that stays there. And then I use a Keep Warm. That's from the Fellow Love sticker sheet that I'm going to use. And then you can see I was thinking, I kind of gave it up for the day and came back and thought that, okay, I had black punches, right? So I had the black stitching, the black border at the bottom. It needed a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and outline my tags in black. And then, of course, my journaling is in black, so that always helps. And it's all kind of coming together now. So I really like this. I love these tags. Aren't those tags just fun? I just created them myself. I took a tag that was an actual tag and just used it to cut out tags out of more pattern paper. It's always a great way to do it if you don't have any, and if you're a tag freak like I am. And then I thought for a fun pop, I would use this fun tissue paper in red that I really love. It definitely helped emphasize my photos, and the 2 photos are, one of them is me holding my coffee in bed. It was a beautiful, comfy, a huge like California king. It was just amazing. And then the second one is the view out our window and just how lucky we were. So I'm titling this Cozy Morning because that's what it was. It was a beautiful morning. And then I'm going to go ahead and off camera just add florals instead of those die cut pieces instead. So you can see that is my finished layout. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.